Welcome, good morning, afternoon, and evening, regardless of where in the world you're joining us from. But welcome to this honorary call for PayBit Club, where we're going to be answering live questions as well as covering some variety of topics. Now that you have seen PayBit Club for the first time or second time, you may have some questions. Now that you may be a part of it, you may have some curiosities and about how to expand, how to maximize the opportunity that we have here with us. And so in honor of that, both wanting to join or wanting to expand, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jairo, one of the co-founders of the platform, to address those questions as well as to give his perspective, his understanding, as well as his preview of what is to come on this platform and why it is becoming more and more of an exciting platform to be a part of to help merchants, both online and offline, begin to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment and be rewarded for every transaction, as well as helping other opportunistic crypto enthusiasts, crypto entrepreneurs actually be a part of this movement and make massive amounts of income that can be on a daily or even hourly basis, depending on how their team overrides are doing. With that, Mr. Jairo, genuinely appreciate your time, as this was quite spontaneous, and I'm honored that you've agreed in such a time. So thank you for being here with us.
Oh, it is the opposite. The opposite. I feel like I'm very lucky to serve you guys. I feel lucky, and believe it or not, that one day someone asked me the right definition on how to be a great leader, or what it is the role of a great leader, and many people just have so many definitions, but the right definition it is serve, and that's what I'm doing right here, brother. That I'm just right here just to let you know that whatever you guys need, if I just I never gonna answer anything that I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you that I have the right tools and the right people surround me to get you any answers you wish. Okay,
Wow.
I cannot open my camera. Okay, I'm sorry. So I don't know if I cannot open or you lock it.
No, actually, it might be because I am, one second, I might be more make host change. Yeah, I'll just make host, and you should be you should have the capacity to do that. But great answer to begin
And
our
I'm good.
Q&A. Wow. There we have the face to go with the voice. Extremely honored. Listen, this was brought to my attention less than a week ago, and immediately I was grateful to the person that brought it to my attention, and I needed to talk to the top guys. I needed to talk to the owners to see their vision, to understand their passion, to understand their agenda in bringing such a vision to life, so I could be fully behind it. And these guys have definitely delivered. And after that Zoom call, I was like, okay, there's definitely something here to be a part of. And Mr. Jairo is definitely the person to help us gain whatever clarity that we may need in regards to the platform. So, curious, how was this company formed? I know during the presentation, we discussed some of the background that has led to this, but here we have more of a freedom to discuss that more in depth so that people can watch and understand, okay, this is how this agenda, this mission, or these backgrounds came together to form PayBit Club.
That I even put something that together for you guys that you will love it probably because you're going to be able to see more broad, that the information that we have. And if you allow me to share something right here, I can show you something. It says, let me see if I can show it to you guys. Hold on.
By the way,
With
you're
me,
in
bear with
Arizona,
me, bear with
right?
me.
Where the head office is?
Okay, fantastic. Now it is. I don't know if last time I show you our registration. You know, that many people just sometimes they mention that they would love to see if our company is registered or not. You know, we also show to anyone who wants to, or they are not that kind that, you know, that they always believe without not seeing it.
Correct.
You know, but if you are the person, you know, at the end, if you wish to see, you know, if we are registered, I can show you that, guys. Okay. Now let me just tell you just in a simple way what we stop and share. Okay. This is what I can tell you, guys. This is how everything started. You know, like I told you last time, Mr. Sal, I already understand that in life is always give you clues, always give you hints that you need to be aware of what's going on. And I'm 46 years old with 97 years experience with 21 vitality. But you know that I remember when I was in contact with the business that he called Visa and MasterCard, and I didn't understand it. Believe it or not, I did not understand the concept on plastic money. And they tried to, you know, get me on board that basically we're going to bring companies in that they will accept these payment methods. And I says, you know what, I don't get it, because every single time that I go to any store owner, they tell me that they don't like that. You know, they tell me that, you know, it's not a good idea and all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, in life, we make a few mistakes. And one, it is follow the first 10 people that it tells. Sometimes they define, you know, our future, because we make a decision based on that 10 people that tells no, you know. And unfortunately, I make the freaking mistake. I make that big mistake because, you know, 10 people told me no, they're not going to be able to do it, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't do anything with that. And at the time that passed, you know, I lost a lot of money just because now I understood that, you know, Visa and MasterCard is creating more than $1 billion, euros every single year, you know, in processing. And, you know, and I was like, oh my God, I had the opportunity to tap in there. You know, I have the opportunity to bring that stores, put the POS system, all that kind of stuff. But then, you know, I saw the other one that he called, you know, PayPal. And I basically says, you know what, this is it. I like it. I like it. And they just basically they make a system that he called an affiliate system. Yeah. And you know, an affiliate system, I love an affiliate system. The only problem it is that they pay you just, you know, when you do something, but that's it. You know, it is not an MLM. And, you know, if we just talk about MLM and, you know, affiliate system, it is basically an affiliate with steroids. Okay, the MLM is just completely much better. And I ended, you know, recommend so many people in PayPal, and I make a lot of money. I didn't make them, you know, that amount that I wanted, but I make money. And they cut it off. They just completely cut it off. You cannot recommend anything anymore. And I was like, oh, shoot. Now that I have the opportunity to expand this, you know, they cut it. But then, you know, I just went with my friend, Daniel. Daniel, he was serving me. He created my whole system on another company that I own. I own 3 companies. And at that time, I just needed software. He could create the software for that company. But I just went there and I just talked to him. You know, I went to Daniel's company and I started to talk with him about it. And I was like, okay, perfect. You know what, Daniel, you know, I wish that I can work with you. I just tried to recruit him, okay, by the way. Wow. But then he told me this, you know, I don't want to do any other businesses. I'm very busy right now. And I goes like, why you are very busy? What do you have? And he's told me this. He have, 5 companies, 5, that basically he process to that companies, and every single time that companies make a processing system, he just earn 2%. And I goes like, and I'm one of that companies because I was one of the, his clients. And then he says this, you know what? But in total, I don't have just 5 companies. I have 105 companies. That's what he had at that time. And then it goes like, okay, perfect. You know what? That's kind of quite a really good. Impressed. But then he told me this, but let me show you this. Just 2 companies, in less than a year, they brought me or generate me 65.34 Bitcoins. And I goes like, that's the shit, dude. It is more than, $500,000 right there. And at that time that he told me, and I goes like, oh my God, you know what? I love that. And then, I remember Visa and MasterCard, and I remember PayPal, and I told him, you know what, brother? If you create $3 million, because that's what he creates, $3 million, guys, with, 105 companies, I told him, you know what? Let's create something. I want you to serve me with this system, and I want to create a company where we're going to broad, 10,000 of them. What you have, 105, I want to bring 10,000 of that companies using that system, and I want to create a compensation plan. And then he told me this. He told me like that, okay? No shit, I'm not going to create that for you. And then he says, okay, perfect. You know what? I would love to be part of this. Then, from 10,000, I says, what if we bring 20,000? What if we bring 100,000? Imagine, with 105 companies, he create $3 million. What if we bring 100,000 of them? And then we says, okay, perfect. You know what? Let's create. And we just took 3 days, guys. 3 days, put it back and forth numbers and everything. And then we says, okay, perfect. If we charge the 2% on the processing, how we can divide that 2%? And then we says, okay, perfect. You know what? Let's pay 0.5% to every single one of the associates. Okay, the other 0.5%, let's put it into a company, our company, the company that we create, and the other 1%, what we are going to do. And then we says, okay, perfect. You know what? Let's put it into a pool. And everything start, from there, because now we understand something really cool. And this is guys, when you understand numbers and when you see the numbers, it doesn't matter what I say, the numbers is right here. But most of the time, and this is completely, valid, situation that the people tell me, you know what, but it's not going to be that many stores that is processing at this point because, they're not going to change or they're not going to switch using just Bitcoin and they're going to have, processing. And I goes like, you know what, you are completely right. But what we need to understand is this, that every single time that you sell, make money, every single time that every single one of your associates make money, we also use the system. We also use our processing. And I goes like, okay, perfect. You know what? Let's charge 5% on anyone who make commissions. And that 5%, let's divide it and inject that 2% into the pool. And then, the other 3% is going into futures of the company. And then, it was like amazing because now it's not just companies. It is us as, imagine, it is us as an associate. We also are creating money to put it into this pool.
I did not get that the first, second, or third time. So you're essentially, we are a client of our own service.
Completely.
Wow.
And look at this.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
And when we start to talk about this, I goes like, what we going to do with the other 3% that we are using right here? And I goes like, okay, perfect. You know what? Daniel, it is a really incredible guy. He's a bright guy. Okay. And I says, okay, perfect. Let's create something with that 3%. With that 3%, guys, what we create, it is, some tools that every single one can offer to your clients out there for free. For free, we using the 3% that we are getting right there. We are creating a merchant account. We are creating, a directory. We are creating a store, an e-commerce completely for free for every single one who say, yes, I want to accept Bitcoins in our stores. Imagine we are opening a store, or their store, to a new market, the market that is already on Bitcoins. And they are waiting to see companies that accept Bitcoins. And imagine this, we are offering them the whole network that we're going to have as a clientele for them. Oh, can you imagine if someone that owns a business tell you, they are not business guys. They are not business oriented, because what we offer them, it is something that they are paying, and right here they're going to have it for free.
Now, that directory, which I absolutely love, as that expands, when you travel, when you are interested in some service, to be able to look up that directory and know that every single business on that directory accepts Bitcoin. I love that already. But for those of you guys that are not necessarily travelers or adventurers, maybe in your local area, as brand partners begin to add on more and more of the services, you'll begin to see, hey, there's actually some places in my area based on a geographic location that you can see some services, and of course that will expand with time. But if you're looking at also online portals, and now if there are digital goods and services that can be delivered to anywhere in the world immediately, then those businesses are opening up to the entire world by being on this directory of, hey, I have crypto, where can I spend it? I'm in this location, but I'm also looking for services and goods and products that are digital around the world that I can buy right now and get right now. And you may end up finding stuff, and business owners may end up finding clients that are just interested on the crypto side. They may have a ability for them to purchase via Visa, MasterCard, but you'll find a lot of crypto enthusiasts that just want to spend crypto, like myself, and they may become a overwhelmingly large portion of their clientele just because of being on this directory and being open to now a lot more of the world that just wants to spend crypto, because there may not be a lot of crypto enthusiasts in that particular area geographically, but around the world, if they can see that's a business that accepts it, then they may be able to utilize the services from anywhere in the world. So the directory is actually very, very powerful, and I love the idea of 3% reinvesting to create, because I don't think you guys are stopping there, right?
Yeah. And this is something, guys, that that every single time, people who tell you that they just want to use the service, just give it to them. Give it to them, because you're going to have them as your client. Later on, they will find out something really cool, that when they realize what kind of system they have, and they want to bring another stores, and they want to bring, they as a store, they cannot bring another store. That means that they are going to be ready to join you as a rep later on, because they're going to bring, their friends or whatever they and they're going to be able to earn from the companies that they bring. But you have them as an associate, and also you have their stores. But if you try to sell them on an associate, and they just want to use the system, be really careful with that, because then, you're going to lose their merchant, because they're going to bring it later. That's how it works. Okay. That's why we need to realize that when we talk with someone, just listen what they are requesting for, and if they have a business, don't try to sell them another business on top of their business. Just try to give them what they want, sure. The client, whatever they ask for. Yeah. Okay. And, and that's how it is. And this is something that we need to, we need to get it right. That I just put some scenario, really poor scenario. Okay, let's say that $1 million gets into this pool. Just to make sure that you understand that this $1 million, to put $1 million right here, we need to create $1 billion in processing. Okay, let's say that we injected $1 million in here. Look at this. If let's say that we are 10,000, that's it, 10,000 in the whole company, people who have managers, licenses, directors, and founders. Okay, imagine every single one, just make the amount of 10,000 people. If $1 million gets in right here, that it means 25% it will divide on the whole 10,000 people, on the whole company, because managers, directors, and founder, they get from the 25%. Okay, that means that if 25% it will divide in 10,000 people, we're gonna get $25 each. Okay, but now we're gonna take it out the managers, and now 3,500 people is gonna divide on 35%. Okay, that means that 35% between 4,000, even if we are saying that it is 3,500 people as a directors, remember that the founders get from all. Okay, that means that the other 500 founders, it will get from that 35% again. Now it will be between 4,000 people, we're gonna get $87.50 in this scenario, plus the 25 that we already get. That is just in that day.
Plus, yeah.
Now, imagine, now 40% it will divide just for the founders. And in this scenario, we're gonna get 40% between 500 people in $1 million that gets in right here. We're gonna get $800 plus the $87.50 plus the 25. Guys, if you are not seeing that, and what we need to realize it is this: who's our competitors? And our competitors, we have one competitor right now, and they make more than 900,000 million. Guys, it is incredible that amount of money that these guys makes. Imagine if we just basically do a half, we're fine with it. We're fine. We're gonna be, repurchasing our own, package every single day. That's what it is. And just to make sure that you know about our compensation plan, every single time that you renew or you bought the license, just because you already create the commissions that the company just put it to you, you need to understand that you will earn again as you bring it the first time. You will earn 50% of that commissions. You will earn all the volume that it creates. You will earn everything, like, the start. And that is something that, we goes like, oh my God, this is awesome.
You guys have definitely created something very special here. Genuine value to the end user, the person, the business, the entrepreneur, the platform that utilizes the service to open up to a brand new payment method that they otherwise did not. Also, they're able to create a new revenue streams by actually liquidating Bitcoin for their clients should they want to do that, and then providing them other values, whether it be an e-commerce store, whether it be a directory, whether it be all the future values that are being added. And then for those that wish to go and share this platform with others, they can actually really, really do well. Look, you can make micro commissions, bring this to the merchants, and that can be solely what you do, is just product based, and bring this to anyone and everyone that has a need for this. And then you can also create an army of people that go do that, or an army of people that use this opportunity to get into a much more stabilized point of the new economy, of the way that the world is working. Just like when you were brought, these plastic cards that could process payments, And it was is the world ready for that? And there might have been some people that say, oh, that's too soon or too advanced. And now we see that has taken over the world. And similarly, we understand the value of crypto day by day, company by company. We're seeing each and every one of them begin to accept crypto, from the people that brought down cryptos, put a lot of trash on their name, and ended up buying crypto. Ended up banks that would now are starting their own crypto, countries that are starting their own crypto. There is going to be a need for a processing company, and we are here for that. And you can be just like Jairo missed his opportunity to be at the forefront of Visa, MasterCard. We don't have
Right.
to miss out on being behind when it comes to crypto processing, because truthfully, if you're a crypto enthusiast, if you're a crypto entrepreneur, you know the difficulty it is to have this wonderful asset and then try to utilize it somewhere, and how amazing it would be to go out there and be able to utilize crypto right away. And so that's what we're trying to provide to the world. And you guys have created something that even now, as I'm seeing more of it and understanding more of it, I'm beginning to appreciate even more so, and get to see how big this really is. So really help that other people are beginning to understand what you guys have created here. Some of the questions that we have in regards to the future of the company is, currently we have a virtual POS, correct?
Correct.
And
Correct.
for those that are wondering what POS is, this point of sale, and the portal through which we operate now allows any merchant around the world to have that instantaneously upon sign up. Now, is there a future in which we may offer physical POS?
Of course, that is the second phase, and that is, I want to let you know, guys, when people ask me, what is the difference between founders and the rest? And from the time that we just came out with a POS system, the ones that they're going to get it first, it is the founders. That's how it works, and then we're going to, let them, do whatever they have to do. And later on, we're going to decide when it is a time to put it into everyone's hands, and that is, you need to comprehend something really good, that they are doing an effort, a really big effort, and the trust that they have, we have to pay that for them. We have to do something better for them, because, that's how it works. And if someone asks me why we're doing it that way, the answer is, why not?
Yeah. No, it's a brilliant way. Look, the founders are positioning themselves very well for immediate benefit as well as future benefit. And again, there's only 500 of those founders positions left, or no, not left, sorry, that there ever are. I don't believe that there's even half of them left, maybe even less than half of those founder positions left. So
the last time that I just checked it was like less than 120 now.
Oh, wow. That is day by day, that number is going to be decreasing faster and faster.
Oh, completely.
And faster. And
completely.
So another question is in regards to introducing this to merchants. What are the tools, the marketings that we have to introduce this properly to merchants? Let's say we have a barbershop that we always go to. Let's say we have a restaurant that we always go to. Let's say we have friends whose family has businesses, or our favorite shop. How do we bring this to their attention?
Okay, fantastic. You know that we have a presentation. Let me see if I can find it right here. That actually we have. Let me see if I can see it.
Wow, this is incredible stuff.
That when we realize that that everyone is just asking us that, because we need to create something, and we create basically a system on our side. Let me see if I can find it. I have the short versions right here. I have the versions that, that we do to every single one in the Zooms. Remember that, every single time that we just make a presentation, we need to do it in a way that is not going to be that long. And let me, but what I want to show you guys, it is that we have a letter that we create in our system, and we put it right there. You to just go right there and read it, and you will see that it is so incredible, because the way that we introduce this to the people, it just tell them that that we are part of a company. We are not even sell them the system. We are sell them on advertising. Let's say that we are many thousands of people, and we are going to sell the clientele exactly what Visa and MasterCard did with all the merchants, all the stores, that you go in right there, and you didn't sell them the idea to use the card. But basically what you sold on them, it was, if they want to accept money or plastic money from so many people that they already have it, they just have to accept this method of payment into that store. Exactly the same as us. What we're going to do, it is just going into the markets and tell them that if they want to get an advantage of our community that we have, that they want to spend their money into any companies, and if they want to allow them to go there and buy from them. And if they say yes, the only requirements that you need, it is that you have to accept Bitcoins. Why? Because that is the money that these guys has. That's it. It is very simple. You don't have to complicate yourself. And also, you need to talk about, the tools that we have, actually, because the tools that we offer them is just incredible for them. Imagine that they can bring, any products that they have, and they can bring them live into a virtual reality that we can put in a store, and we can even help them to sell. All this kind of stuff, we have, we can mention it, and we are talking about that.
Oh, man. These sorts of additional benefits that merchants are getting, which, even one of those avenues can completely change, whether it be the directory, whether it be the accepting of a new form of payment, whether it be physical POS systems. It can completely change a business's outlook as well as their revenue streams, because crypto has the power to do that. Crypto people's lives are being changed around the world with this new transfer of wealth into the new economy of the way the world is going to be working. And if we can position ourselves to be an intermediary between, for example, just like Visa and MasterCard are just putting themselves as an intermediary. They're just processing the money, and yet they're making billions of dollars. Just like we can go out there and start signing up merchants, start building our own book of business, start sharing this with other people that also do the same. There is tremendous amount of independence and income to be made here. So I see you have the slides up.
This is the letter that I'm telling you, and imagine if we just having a conversation and I said, good afternoon, or, good day, good evening, or whatever. My name is Jairo Flores, a brand partner of PayBit Marketing. The reason of my visit, it is to find out if you are interested in our completely free advertising. How are they going to tell you no? It is a free advertising. Okay, I am a part of a community of thousands of users who purchase products and services from businesses within that community. I would like to know if you will be interested in listing your business in our directory. What you will tell me if you are an owner. This is just a simple conversation, a simple, way to offer our system. There is no cost to join our community. On top of you have the opportunity to offer your products and services in our online marketplace for free so that, our brand partners can buy your products or services. Mr. Saul, will you be interested in acquiring new clients for free?
Anytime, all day, every day.
The only thing that you have to do is accept Bitcoins as a payment method, which you can convert in fiat through Coinbase, BitPay, Bitso, Binance, Gemini, and you have to realize which one it is the ones, the wallets that they can use or the exchanges that they can use to change their Bitcoins. Since our users utilize that payment method. Of course, that's why we are saying, okay, perfect, just open the door to a community that we already have and being built. Easy as that. And it is a simple letter.
That letter just makes me want to sign up as a business owner as well, because to have free exposure when business owners are paying to have this exposure, paying in advertisements, they're online or offline, any way they can. The objective is to get more eyeballs to your business, to get it into more listings, more directories, more places that people might be able to look up their services. And you give that to either a struggling business or a thriving business, any business. And I've learned that, just watching companies like Coca-Cola, who is the number one, soda in the world, and they're still advertising every single day, spending, tremendous amounts of money, getting that out there. So it is something that has a lot of merit to any business to go and be able to add more value to them, leading with the free directory. So I'm very happy about how easy it is to go and get them. I mean, it's just, who would say no to that?
Correct. And another thing, just to clarify on the POS also, you need to remember something. Guys, if you start doing business and try to sell a system or a new system to any person who owns a business, you create them an expense because you know that they're not going to be, accepting Bitcoins right away. That is the reason why we don't put the POS out yet. And that is the reason, another reason, why we give the system that the POS have, that they can put it into their own device. I can put it into a cell phone, I can put it into, a tablet, and I can put it into a computer, and they don't have to invest on an extra machine that they have to pay it. But later on, when they just have so many clients and everything, they're going to be able to get the POS. We can sell them on a system that they already know that, that they love it, and they can just keep track of anything, because they can even, print receipts and all that kind of stuff. And that is why we just giving it for free. If not, imagine we're going to create another expense for them, and we don't want it. We don't want to do that. We want to do it, in the right way.
I'm really glad that we're having these discussions because of the rollout plan that is being executed by first offering the most minimalistic and low barrier entry to just allow us to go out there and sign up free merchants that can use their own devices, that doesn't have to add on any expenses, and then allow them to see the transactional volumes and say, you know what, there's something here to this crypto thing, and then invest in better infrastructure. And that, of course, is what's rolling up in the next phases. So I can see where this is going. I'm happy to learn a lot of the finer details that I'm getting to pick up here, and curious about what are some of the future plans as we wrap up. I know you guys are always cooking up, some amazing things, big announcements to be shared. Whatever you can share, we'll wrap up with the future vision of where we are headed.
And I don't know if you hear about, that we get together with a guy that owns a really huge company that he just basically are in the industry of diamonds. And I cannot tell you this. But soon, when we just make the whole contract and everything with him, we're going to be able to disclose some information for you guys. But what I want to tell you is this, that we have a company that we know for a fact that we are very sustainable. And one of the most amazing part, it is that when we feel that we are sustainable, of course, I don't have to be worried about, disappear, because, we are waiting that people or new people joining our organization to pay you their commissions. I don't have to worry about that. But let's say that, right here in the United States, we have a saying, and it's saying like this: shit happens. Okay, we don't know, sometimes it's not about the company, it is about, that we get so many people that we cannot control the message that they throwing out there. And if they are not doing the right right message, of course, the government says, hey, you are saying this, and we goes like, no, we are not. But from the time that they just investigate, they close us down or whatever, for a few weeks or whatever. But if that happened, imagine if we have the opportunity to back up whatever license you bought.
Oh man, now it makes sense with what you guys were hinting at me about backing up the company. Oh man, now I understand. Wow.
And we're talking about diamonds. Okay, and this is something that I will have to, I see a question right here. It says, how are we going to download the POS? This is extremely simple, guys. Right now I'm going to show you how you can do that and how fast it can be, it can be done. And if you want to see how the system works, I can show it to you right away. I don't know if you allow me, Mr. Sal.
Please. The honor is ours.
Fantastic. Now, let me just share screens. Okay. I'm going to get into my system. Okay. Remember that every single one of us, we have this system. We have to get into our, own personal back office. And what you need to understand, it is this, guys. Okay. From the time that you log in, you need to help any client or merchant that you will sign up. You have to help them. This is why you get paid. Okay. Remember that most of the time, clients, it will stick on you, not because the product, or not because, something that you have, it is completely new. They want to stick with you just because the service that you provide to them. And you can have a really, satisfied client, but I hate satisfying clients. Why? Because if you have a satisfied client, anytime that someone brings something that it is cheaper than what you have, they're going to leave you. Okay. But, instead of that, we try to create, more loyal clients. And that is, based on the service that you provide to them. And if you log into your system, okay, what we need to understand, it is that when someone says that they want to be part of you, you just going into a new user, okay, and right here it is, right here you're gonna find out all the packages that we have, and you have one right here that it says plan for retail business only. Click that, and right here you're gonna have all the information that you need to fill it up. This is not your information. This is the information of the merchant that you will serve. In this kind of situation, let's say that it calls Jairo Flores, and I'm gonna do it this way because I already create this company that it calls computer system, and I'm gonna put right here computer system. And what you need to understand that it is that username, it cannot be with the spaces. It needs to be with everything together with numbers or capital letters or whatever. Right here, you can position this merchant in your left or in your right in your binary system. Why? Because if one day they decide to buy a package because they want to do the same as you are doing, bringing in other stores, now they're going to start doing, or creating you volume. Okay. Mobile, that their phone number. Okay, this is something really important, guys. The Bitcoin wallet, it is optional you to put it right here. This Bitcoin wallet, it is the Bitcoin wallet from the merchant. Just remember that. Right here, it is optional. But when you go into the merchant account, you need to put that wallet, because if not, they're not going to be able to use it. It is some guy that when we say that, he tells us, you know what? Oh my God, you know what? Why if we don't have that? Okay, perfect. If you use the system without a wallet, where the funds are going? It makes no sense. And right here, you need to understand that the wallet that you put right here, it is the merchant wallet that whenever they just, sell something in their store, the money is going into their wallet, because we don't create any wallet. We're just going to get the 2% and that's it. Another thing that you need to understand is that you can select the country that you are in and your password. Okay, the password that you create for the merchant that you will have, you need to get it in a way. Let's say that okay, I'm gonna create it to, then you can see the next page. Okay, we click next on this one, and then you will see that payment detail, and this is showing it to you just because you need to understand that it is completely free. It is $0. Okay, and you are creating plan description, a plan for retail business only. Okay, you create finish right here. When you hit finish, it's gonna be going back to your home, to your profile, to your system. Then you have to get out from here. Now you already know that you already create a merchant account. Okay, now let's say that we already created, and it goes computer system. I have it right here. They're gonna sign in exactly the same way as you sign in into your back office. They sign in exactly the same way, and this is our system. This is our system. This is how it looks. And if you understand how simple it is, guys, okay. At this point, I want you to see that a merchant account, it just gonna be right here. Every single one as a rep, they also have, it can be a gem right here. You can put your picture, you can put anything you want right here, okay? If you click this, you're gonna be logging in your profile. Right here is where you're going to change everything, all the information. And by the way, this is the secure topic that you can talk with your merchants. Even if I create, Mr. Sal, let's say that he have a business, and I create his business. I created my own personal way, and I put the name and everything. But I put his email address because I need to put his email address. Whoever has access to this email address owns this merchant account. Why? Because every single time, if you see all the information that we have right here, guys, all the information that we have right here, I can change it. Okay, right here it is my Bitcoin wallet. Someone can say, okay, perfect. You know what? Shit, I'm gonna put my Bitcoin wallet right there. And I'm gonna change it because I have access, and I want to get advantage of it. And right here you can choose, the currency that you would love to use. Okay, just remember that it is a few currencies that is not supported by the system. You need to understand, for example, the Africa. We don't support that or Nigeria. It is, if a devaluation it is really bad, we cannot use it. But anyways, we use even the Colombian peso and it works fine. Okay. But anyways, right here, you can put that anytime that you're going to buy Bitcoin, you need to put the percentage on how much you will charge them to accept to buy Bitcoin from them. Okay.
I thought that was a 6% flat, but now that I'm seeing that you get to control how much that is.
Oh, completely. Okay, 6% it is what you're going to keep, because 2% you're going to pay the system.
Right.
And 6% you're going to keep it. And if you're doing business, let's say right there in Colombia, how much do you think that they charge you to sell them Bitcoin right there? 25%. You can charge 15 if you want.
So this
Okay.
is actually the first feature of the platform that not only helps the merchant accept payments for goods, but make a profit for providing Bitcoin services.
That is why we are, and I'm mentioning that you become a Bitcoin ATM mobile. That's it. We are gonna be the Bitcoin ATM killer, guys. That's what it is. You let's say that you are a Blockbuster right now, and I'm a Netflix.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Remember that Blockbuster, was killed by the red boxes. Okay. Yeah. Then the red boxes, Netflix killed them. Okay. And that's how it works. We are the next generations, because we are building Bitcoin ATMs all over the world. And now you have to realize this. So exactly the same way as us, the merchants can put their logo or the business picture right here. They can choose it from their files and everything. They can put the business company, and this is very important. This little part right here, it is very important for every single one who wants to use our directory. And in this kind of, information, it is the one that is going to appear in our directory. Name of the business, the address. If you accept Bitcoins, you check it that you accept Bitcoins. How much it is the max that you will be able in your store to accept Bitcoins. You can put the limits. Also, you can put the limits on how much you will give cash back. And in this kind of situation, how much I'm willing to buy Bitcoin from you. You see? And you can even put it right here. If not, it's not going to accept it. Right here, you can put your address, okay? And at the time that you put your address, you locate them and you just put it into the map. And that's how people is going to find you out.
In the directory, what I previously thought is that you get to provide the services of your restaurant, of your massage place, of your barbershop. But what you're also saying is that if you wish to sell or liquidate Bitcoin, essentially buy the Bitcoin from the customer, that will also be available on the directory.
Oh, completely. It's going to sell right there. If you buy Bitcoin or just accept Bitcoins, whatever it is. Remember, accepting Bitcoin, it is completely different of buying Bitcoins. Right. Because you can go to my store and, and tell me, do you accept Bitcoins? And I'm going to tell you, yes. Okay. Or the other thing it is that if I tell you, I need cash back, but, I want to pay that with Bitcoins and I want money. And in that kind of situation, we have a profit for it. Okay. Now, this is the time that anything that we want to change right here, this is the time that, the owner of the company had to change everything. But to accept any change right here, what you need to do is this. Right here, it asks you for a token. This, you have to request a token. And this, it will be sending that token just to this email address.
Right.
You see, nobody, you can get in into my account. You cannot do shit in my account. Because any change that you want to do is not going to happen, because it's going to ask you for a token.
So what you're saying is that we, as the provider of this free service, if the business says, yeah, you know what, I'm up for it, set me up. You can set them up with all their details, then give them access, because the email that is registered on that merchant account is the email that will have the access to change anything and everything.
Completely. And you didn't even have to give them access. They will receive a welcome letter in their email saying welcome and blah 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 blah. Click right here, and it's gonna take you to here. And this is what I want you to understand. Our system is so secure, guys, that it just, it doesn't matter. Even if you are telling me, oh my God, you know what? Someone knows, my password. It doesn't matter. One, you don't have the money right there.
Yeah.
You don't have money. That is one thing that you need to understand. You don't have money in your back office. What they're going to be able to see, it is the whole structure that you have and everything. That's, you cannot cover that. But to change anything, they can't.
Brilliant.
If you see, right here, we have a request token. I already requested, and look at this. Let me see if I can just get in right here. Let's see, hold on.
No, it's powerful.
It's something really, really cool that if we understand that the quality of system that we have, guys, oh my God, it's gonna be incredible. Okay, epic few taps, and you will see that. And that's why also I'm requesting, and I'm telling you guys from every single time that I talk in Zooms, I'm letting you know, use Gmails. Gmail accounts are really fast. And if you see, right here it is. Non-reply, and it says right here, I click it, and right here it is, the token.
This is brilliant. Stuff like this, when you join a crypto opportunity, you hope and you pray that they're doing something legitimate. Mm-hmm. And here we're getting to see the full operation of how this works on the customer, on the end user side. And this makes me so happy to know that, this is just the beginning version of what merchants will get. And this already looks so much better than so many other companies that have been around that are just collecting people's money, not really adding any value to the end market. As you can see, this is meant for just customers. This is meant for people that want to utilize the service, whether they're want to get involved in the building of a team or not. This is for business owners, something that we can be proud to share.
Let me tell you this, Sal. This is just to change the information. They can change it, as any time that they want. Let's say that we put the token. But what I want to show you, it is the simplicity. Did you see? Because I use, the right one is going to become this, have been updated. And if it's not, it's telling you that the token isn't right. But this is what you need to understand. Most of the people think, oh my God, it's going to be extremely complicated to use a system like that. Look at this. We're going to merchant, and this is the merchant account. Give me a number in dollars that I'm going to buy in your store. Give me a number.
$100.
Okay, let's put $100. Okay, $100. Then, I just convert them, and this is what I have to pay you.
Oh. Good.
And this is, and then, people telling me, shit, but, I have to go into my wallet and put that number. No. You just process it. And right there it is. Scan it. Boom. Booyah. Yeah. And right there it is.
So imagine a business, a restaurant, a barber.
I cannot hear you, Mr. Sal.
Because Normally, for the crypto to go from that person, the sender, to the receiver, it could take 15 minutes to 45 minutes to over an hour. So is the customer supposed to stand there until the business owner gets it? Like, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I still didn't get all the confirmations. So how do we help with that?
Look at this, and right here is gonna take like less than 20 seconds. I think that it is less than 6 or 7 seconds that it tell you, confirm.
What exactly does it confirm?
Okay, because if they just scan this and I send you the money, this amount of money into their store, right here is going to check mark and it's going to tell you, you can give them the products, or it's going to tell you that it's not going to process, it's not safe, it's not secure. It is like Visa and MasterCard when they tell you decline or go through.
Oh wow! So what you're saying is that the customer can scan this within seconds, say 6 to 10 seconds. The business owner will get a confirmation about the sender having that enough crypto in their wallet that
Correct.
is sent to that address, and saying that they have enough money, it's on the way, you're good to go, you can give the products, the customer can leave.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow.
And this,
without this. Yeah.
And look at this. And if people just tended to ask, okay, but where I'm going to see the transactions, how I'm going to be, taking control on it. If you click right here, wherever it says transactions, you will be seeing every single transaction that it is a sell or a purchase. You will see what kind of currency did you use at that time. And because you can just switch transactions if you wanted to accept different type of money, and right here, the status is going to tell you if it's pending or is already processed. That's how it works. And right here, you're going to have everything. But let's say that now someone tell you, hey, I want $200 and I want to sell Bitcoins to you. You switch this button right here, and then you see that it changed the platform. You switch it, and right here it says, okay, perfect. Now you know that you charge 8% commission. Now you put right here $200, and you convert them, and right here it is. Right here it is the $200 plus 8%. That's it. And how are they gonna do it? Process it again. Boom.
Man, seeing this just brings it to such a tangible reality of the same way that how would you like to pay? Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Bitcoin, and then the same way. I can see a waitress, a waiter doing this on their iPad, on the company phone, and say, okay, scan this. And it becomes so practical to do it like that, as opposed to, okay, I need to send you the Bitcoin address, or you need to type, oh, you missed a zero there, or or you didn't send us enough, please do another transaction to send us what you're missing. This makes it so practical and so possible for Bitcoin to be utilized.
And imagine how secure it is for the merchants if they have a chain store. They can use the same system in several stores, that every single client, every single employee can use the system, and they cannot change anything because they don't have control with the email address.
Wow.
It's just incredible. Another thing that you need to understand on this system, it is that now it's going to be completely more easier. This is a beta still. This is something that we know that I can give it to you and you can use it. You have to see the real one. You have to see the one that we are building inside of your system. You will see a system that they have this, and they will be able to put their products into the e-commerce from here.
My goodness. I like the direction where this company is, because truthfully, I've seen a lot of opportunities, and they're already ahead of where most companies hope to be. What they pitch you on, this is the vision of what we're gonna make. you know,
Correct.
and you have a practical running model of something which is a working, a functional model, and only that's the base, that's the foundation, and from there it begins to get better and better and better. There's so much that I picked up on this one, thanks to your deep dive of the platform, of the opportunity, of the intricacies of what makes this so unique. This is much different than just an opportunity presentation. This is, understanding the platform, which I think is very much necessary, and I'm glad that we put this call together in such a short time. This video will be replayed hundreds of times across the world for people to gain the understanding. Oh wow, this platform is so much cooler, so much more practical than I thought. Because in theory, it's nice. When you see it, when you are demonstrating it, boy, does it become real. Boy, does it become practical. I can see it working. I can see how people would use it, and that reality makes the enthusiasm come to life of, okay, time to get this into the hands of as many people as possible. So with that, I'm honored. I do want to keep this as to the point as possible, as I want many people to watch this. If there's anything else that you'd like to share before we close off, please do so.
Guys, just with the things that we have right here, if you didn't turn on fire, it is because your wood is wet. But right now, right here, we have can we use credit card to buy Bitcoins? We don't sell Bitcoins. We do not sell Bitcoins. Remember that. We don't have that capability yet, but we will have it. We will have it soon.
Oh, okay. Well, another gem just dropped. Because right now the merchants are buying Bitcoin at a markup, making a profit, and providing a great service, providing a much needed service. As you said, some places 25% to just liquidate your Bitcoin, and the process and the hassle that one must go through is painful. Yeah. So can you record? Yeah. I mean, yes. The recording will be out there for you to view, for you to send out. This is such a powerful recording. I want you guys to have it, to use this as a tool to help them understand both the opportunity and the practicality of the two sides. So make sure to tie this into what you send to your friends. Wow, I am mind blown. I didn't know you had this level of preparation for a spontaneous live Q&A, but I am impressed by your coordination.
I born ready, okay? I born ready.
Oh man, this is the example of born ready, because I just told him, I think like three hours prior to this, like, hey, can you do a Q&A? There's a lot of team members that wish to know now that they're in, or looking to really dive deep into the sharing of it, and he did not hesitate. So I really honored by your dedication.
Mr. Sal, I would love to ask you for a personal favor, and this is for you guys, go and check our YouTube channel. Please like it. Please subscribe it, because this is something very important. When they get into our system, I want them to see, a YouTube channel where, you're going to look good, because, our company look good. That's the only favor that I'm going to ask you, brother, and I would love to, to help you in anything that I can, and, anytime that you need it, brother.
The YouTube channel is PayBit Club, and it's the number one. Yeah, number one channel on YouTube in regards to this subject matter. Utilize those videos in your marketing, in your understanding, and go out there and crush it, guys, because there is not any competitors that can relate to or can compare to what we are offering. And so you have an open market to go out there and capture so much of the market share right now by being proactive, being an early adopter, which you are. The company is so young and has such an amazing product already. It has such an amazing future already. Some major developments are in the works that will only strengthen the company and make it easier for you to go out there. But right now, your efforts are rewarded maximally, because there is such a curiosity. There's such a uniqueness to it that you can go and capture major leaders, top income earners that have not heard about this, and you can whisper it to their ear, whisper it to their inbox, capture their attention. And both of us are here to help you do that. Make sure to stay plugged into the Facebook group, into the WhatsApp mastermind. We're here around the clock. With that, I want to thank Mr. Jairo for his dedication and his time to this wonderful platform. And with that, I will catch you guys on the next latest and greatest here at PayBit Club. Appreciate you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Bye-bye.